Hello everyone and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode. We're going to jump right into the action in this episode. We're in the truck race in Kansas, starting outside of the top 10. Now I want to make it known real quick, this will be the last episode before the playoffs start because I had a major recording loss of the mid-season to the end of the regular season. So next episode we're going to be starting the playoffs from Las Vegas, which is the first race in the second round. So that really sucks that happened, but I've had this happen before, but this time I figured out what was causing it. So hopefully we're not going to have this problem in the future. So yeah, I figured out what was wrong or what was happening that was causing me to have this recording loss. So we should be good for future episodes. So yeah, just keep in mind, next episode we will be in the playoffs at Las Vegas, and we'll be hopefully you guys look forward to that. It'll be interesting playoffs to say the least. I've already recorded those episodes. I've got the whole season recorded, so it's going to be very interesting. But this time in the episode in Kansas, we have not gotten a win yet. We're not in the playoffs, locked into the playoffs. We are mathematically pointing our way in right now, as we're sitting P10 right behind Ben Rhodes here. We're just kind of looking for a solid race here. I think Kansas is usually a pretty easy track to race against AI at. They're not very fast here. So I was coming into this race thinking I'm going to be a pretty strong contender. As you can see, we come to the end of stage 1 here on the last lap. I made my way up to P5. We got Johnny Sauter up there battling with someone. So we're going to easily bring the truck into P5 here to finish stage 1 in Kansas. And this is already making me really confident for what we have to maybe challenge Noah Gragson, who's leading this race here at the end. Alright, we're ready to go green again here in stage 2. Green flag is out. We start behind Brett Moffitt, who starts behind Noah Gragson. Give him a little bit of a bump. Outside line not getting going as usual. You see Stuart Friesen. And now we're going to kind of lose a lot of momentum. That's going to allow Johnny Sauter to clear me. And he tried to pull down. He's not really wanting to be on that outside line. I'm going to go to the wall instead while these guys try the bottom. This isn't working great, but I think we can make it work. We're going to clear John Hunter Nemechek on the outside. We get a big run as Friesen and Sauter. We're going to have to make a decision here into turn 1. We're going to go high. They're running side by side. Friesen pretty tight on Sauter's door. Yeah, we have a huge run down the back straightaway. I'm just going to go to the inside of Friesen. Maybe even try to go up on the outside of Sauter's. We're not going to have the run to do that, so we're just going to kind of stay on the bottom and see if we can get clear of Friesen out of 4. We will not. Okay, yeah, the inside line was not working very well, but now we come to the end of stage 2. You see me running the middle line, trying to hold on to 4th as Austin Wayne Self actually gets past me in turn 4, which is going to make me finish 5th in stage 1 and in stage 2. Alright, Noah Gragson, he wins both stages in this race as we get ready to go green for the final stage here in Kansas. Now we have a chance again. We're starting on the inside. Hopefully we can make a bold move here. Maybe even get to the inside of Friesen. But we'll see what happens as the green flag is back out one more time. It's going to be a 20-lap dash to the win. Give Friesen another bump. I really don't like passing the AI right off a restart on the inside because AI is not, at least in trucks I've noticed so far, that they're not very good on restarts. So it's weird. But yeah, I mentioned earlier in this episode we had a recording loss right up to the playoffs, so I might as well tell you guys in Xfinity. I drove the one car for JRM and completed that hot seat, so we're going to have a JRM ride available to us, so I can confirm that. That's really the major thing that was missed. And then next episode when we hit the playoffs in Las Vegas, I'll touch on more of what happened throughout the season, as well as we go to the outside of Johnny Sauter, going to run the middle line this time. Usually I'm up above this seam on our right towards the wall, but no, we're going to actually try and ride near the first seam this time. Sounded like Johnny Sauter got loose under me, but he looks pretty stable right now. I've noticed throughout this race, the longer we've gone, the more these tires have fallen off. Our pace has slowly started to drop, where we just kind of got separated from everyone. We're now fallen to P7, and we've just been riding by myself for at least 10 laps now as we come to the white flag in Kansas. Nothing has happened this whole race. It's been a pretty straightforward turn left, pedal to the floor race. I mean, let's be honest here. And we're going to probably bring it home in P7 unless we screw up in turn 3, as Ben Rhodes sitting there in 8th. He's gaining time on me. My tires have fallen off so much in this race. But he's not going to have enough time to get to me as we go through turns 3 and 4 for the final time here in Kansas. Someone has crossed the line. It's probably Gregson who won the race, as we're going to cross the line and finish in the 7th position in Kansas. All right, yeah, Noah Gregson wins stage 1, 2, and he wins the race. So very good day for him. I think that's his first win, so that will lock him into the playoffs. So good for Noah, I guess. 7th place, honestly, I think we could have done better. I think, really, I should have been contending for the lead, but instead here I am finishing way back in 7th, so it goes like that sometimes. But now I think we have an Xfinity hot seat, which would, I think, be for Charlotte. So we're going to go into the main menu, see if we have a hot seat. I really hope we do. And maybe we can finish maybe top 35. That would be pretty good for this. Alright, we've got $31,000 on that. It seems like, to me, the payouts for the truck races are a little much. I'm not sure how correct that is. But Joe Nemechek, you know, he's being very nice to me. Thanks. All these guys are so complimentive of me. We do have an Xfinity hot seat. Charlotte for the number 86 car. Okay, we're going to go into that and see if we can get a top 35 in Charlotte, which hopefully we can do that. You know, I didn't qualify the best as usual, but I mean, we can still get a good race out of this. You see, we start 37th, 2 spots behind what I need. Once again, Xfinity hot seat on a 3 or 4 star team. I'm using a custom setup. So, because on a default setup, any of the presets is just way too slow with a 3 or 4 star team, at least in the hot seats. I don't know, I would assume it's the same if you were also in like a full-time season. But right off the bat, we didn't really gain any spots. We gained a spot on turn 1, and then we lost it to J.J. Yaley. We get into the back of him a little bit onto his quarter panel. The outside really does work here when you're in the back of the pack. This was a really tough race to complete, and I mean, it was more of like just kind of getting lucky. I mean, you can see I'm trying to get the bottom at this point, but Yaley, he did not want to budge at all. He's going to go to the inside of the car in front of me. This could be an opportunity for me to get to the inside of that car, and that would give me a spot. You see, we did get to the inside of the 76, and then we would easily get by him. Now he's actually going to clear me down the front straightaway into turn 1. I have to do a little bit of blocking from behind. We are really fast through the center of the corner, and that was really helping me in this race, as we just kind of need one more spot, which we could very well get here in turn 3. To the inside of Jeff Green, we do get up to 35th. We are now in our goal position. We're going to make it 3 wide. We're going to force the issue and try to get a few more spots out of this. Alright, we come to the just 2 to go now. You see, we've actually worked our way up to P30, right behind Vinnie Miller in the 29th position. We're going to give him a shot to the bumper. You can do this right now in these hot seats because you can't make rivals in hot seats. So I don't mind just running into the back of somebody. Going into turn 3 on the inside of the 78. Clear of him with no problems at all. Up to P29 as the white flag comes out in Charlotte. Gonna do a little bit of blocking and then try to get to the inside, make sure he can't get to my inside, but we roll through the center of the corner so well that we shouldn't have to worry about that as we get to the outside of Vinnie Miller, right behind the Lombard Bros Gaming Car, Ryan Sieg. Someone's already won. We're going to turn 3 and turns 4 one final time, right to the back of the Lombard Bros Gaming. Let's give him a little bit of a push, and now I'm going to give the wall a little bit of a push, but we're going to get P29 in Charlotte, which, I mean, that is, what, 6 spots better than the goal, so I'm very, very pleased with that. You see Daniel Hemrick won the race, and I don't know if he's won before, but if he hasn't, that will lock him in to the playoffs. Elliott Sadler, I think, said had the fastest lap, but none of that matters. But this right here should hopefully really excel my chances for even better hot seat in the future. I think we've done, 3 hot seats now, and we've completed them all. So I think we're going to have a pretty good chance to get a good ride now. We gained over 600 fans, woo. We got $1.2 million now. And now we have another truck race. I believe this one is Charlotte as well. It is Charlotte, okay. Alright, we're ready to go green for Charlotte. Let's see, this is usually a track that I do pretty good at, so hopefully we can run good here. But here's the playoff standings before we get going. You see, I am 6th in the playoffs. There's only 3 drivers in on points right now. So hopefully it's almost getting a little concerning that we're only a handful of races into the season, and we are 6th in the playoff grid simply because we don't have a win. But nonetheless, we're going to get ready to go green in Charlotte. You see, I didn't qualify good. You see my truck roll by there on the bottom, so we're starting somewhere around 15th to 20th. As green flag is out, once again, P13 actually, we're starting right behind the 2 of Cody Coughlin. We're going to go to the inside of him right away. I know I said I don't like doing that, but it's Cody Coughlin. Enough said. I can go to the inside. I'm not saying he sucks, I'm just saying that his truck doesn't usually run good. Right behind our teammate Noah Gregson in 18. He won our last race in Kansas. We're gonna go to the inside of him. We can race him more aggressive now that he's locked into the playoffs. So if we need a win, I mean, we're gonna race him a little bit more aggressive than the usual. As we are now right behind Ben Rhodes, who is he's going as fast as a slug out here. We're gonna go to the inside of him now, get him out of the way. John Hunter, he's going really slow. That's Joe Nemechek. Never mind. No, that doesn't explain it. He's a very fast driver. All right, we get up to P7 with no problem. We've got a really fast car as we catch up to these guys here now with just half a lap to go in stage 1. You see we got a whole gaggle of cars right here, right behind Brett Moffitt on the outside, as well as Johnny Sauter coming out of turn 4 one final time in the stage. Dalton Sargent up there in P3, but we're going to bring the truck home in P5 for stage. No, Sauter got us at the line, so we're going to get 6th in the first stage. I'm surprised he got me there, but I'm not going to complain because it's still a good point. That's, 4 points for me right there. So, actually, that's 5 points. That's even better. But now we get ready to go green. It looks like John Hunter won your first stage. Crafton starts second as we go green for the second time in this race. First time in stage 2, right behind Brett Moffitt. Give him a little bit of a shot. I don't like starting on the outside because you know exactly what's going to happen. This right here, Crafton, he cannot get going. He's down to third himself. We drop back from we're actually maintaining his position. We did drop back one spot, but now we get that back, and we're probably going to lose it right here though because we're just stuck behind these slugs. Oh, well, now we're on the wall. A little tight on Justin Haley. That's Justin Haley. He's the #1 driver I do not like in the truck series. To the outside of Moffitt. Oh, we get in the wall a little bit. He's going to put me in the wall. He checks up. I don't know why he wasn't giving me the room, but he got right into me and doored me into the wall, and then we kind of came back down, and he backed out of it. So we get to P5 here. This is somewhat frustrating. I know at this point in the race we had a really good truck, and we worked our way up past Crafton now and past Johnny Sauter to get third as we come into turn 3 the last time in stage 2, closing on Dalton Sargent, but it's not going to be enough as we get into the wall once again into turn 4. We get third in stage 2. I think that's my best stage finish actually this season. John Hunter wins it again, so that's another playoff point to him. And we still sit with 0 playoff points right now this season, which is really unfortunate. But this is a really good opportunity for me here, and I think we could very well possibly win this race if we get a really good restart. And the green flag is out for the last stage in Charlotte. We get a big run on John Hunter. We're going to get into the back of him, give him a little bit of a boost. Going into turn 1, he's going to move up. We're going to take this as an opportunity. He's going to shut the door before I even think about getting to the inside of him. And look at him pull away. He is long gone. Oh, you can also see I figured out how to look around with the wheel now. I was an idiot. It was just simply using the D-pad. And you can look around when you're on a wheel. So I was happy to find that out. I accidentally did it. I went to make a qualifying lap and I just hit down on my D-pad, and then I looked behind me. I was like, what the heck? But I was really happy we found that, so that's going to make it a lot more useful of a tool now. As Sargent, he's going to come down in front of me now on the inside. He's up a lane. We could get to the inside of him, but it's not going to be enough out of turn 2. But now we do get a run down the back straightaway. We look to the inside once again out of his left rear. He's having a good run. We don't usually see him up this far. We are edging ahead of him now out of turn 4. I'm noticing the further we go in this race, the tires are starting to fall off, and our pace is going to start to fall off, I fear. And hopefully we have enough to run down that 8 truck now as we sit P2. We got Stuart Friesen stalking me right behind us. He's clearly keeping up with me, and maybe he's even faster than me. I want to race him with more respect, and he's just going to go right to my bottom. I couldn't even get to the bottom line. These tires are wearing. Get out into his right rear. I did not actually want to do that, but it should be okay now as we come to just 2 to go and get into the wall. You see, we have actually stuck with Friesen, but this is the absolute best I could do. We've driven away from everyone else. It's literally John Hunter, who's long gone, and then it's me and Stuart Friesen battling side by side now down the back straightaway, going into turn 3 as we get ready to take the white flag. Out of turn 4, Friesen has the edge. Try to get his draft. Draft is so big in the truck series anywhere just about. Into turn 1, one final time. Go to the outside of Friesen. He doesn't want to give up the inside, so we're just going to try and pass him on the outside line. Down the back straightaway, side by side. He finished second twice this season already. Are we going to do it again here in Charlotte? We get a big run on the outside line. Try to pin him down the best I can to get the best run out of turn 4. It looks like he has the edge. Out of turn 4, side by side. At the line, it's going to be Friesen getting second. We're going to get third as John Hunter easily cruises to victory here in Charlotte. The North Carolina Education Lottery 200, I'm assuming that's what that is. The third place, though. I mean, oh man, we had a fast vehicle, and I think we certainly could have won that race, but we didn't. Alright, let's go to the main menu and see what we have next. I think we have actually Texas coming up here. Hopefully that'll be a good race. Texas is like a borderline track for me. I either run, if I can get to the lead, I'm gone. But like other than that, like just trying to get there, at least in NASCAR Heat 2 was a mess with the new configured track. It was terrible because the AI was interesting to say the least at that track, and they were also interesting at other tracks like Iowa and all that crap. But Stuart Friesen sent us a video message.
Top 5. That'll get you some points.
Oh, okay, thanks. Thank you. Dalton Sargent. Harrison Burton. Yeah, I don't even remember seeing you on the track. Parker Kligerman, I don't remember seeing him either. But they clearly like the way I race. And I don't want to make rivals right now. I just want to be nice to everybody. But now we got Texas. So another mile and a half. We're going to go straight into that. Once again, we didn't qualify great. Actually, this is one of my better qualifying efforts, though, I think. And when I say better, I mean like 13th. Yeah, we started 13th. Actually, I think we started 13th in Kansas, so that's like usually the best I can ever do. But the green flag is out in Texas, right behind the 0-2 of Austin Hill. I feel like the inside at this track is going to be incredibly powerful. You're noticing that right away, the outside line really checking up as we move in to the side of Justin Haley a little bit there, pushed up the track in turn 1. We're not going to force the issue in turn 3. I didn't make it 3 wide, and right off the bat I'm noticing that it was a little hard to get it turned down to the bottom compared to the other guys. I think it might have just been kind of how I was entering the corner. Already into the top 10 though. And here comes Mr. Big Boy, Justin Haley. Okay, I thought he was going to just door me. Clear of Crafton down the back straightaway. I just want to get the bumper to the 24 and just send him into the wall. Gonna hang on to the top 10 at the end of the second lap as we force the 3 wide under Austin Hill and Justin Haley. We pulled off a pretty good move there, gained 2 spots out of it, and now we get up to P8. I'm noticing we really got to get the truck slowed down here in turns 1 because it is so hard to keep the bottom, and if you didn't keep the bottom, the other trucks would just take full advantage of you now as we come into the last lap of stage 1 on the outside of our teammate Noah Gregson. He's going to clear me out of turn 4, so we're going to finish in P7 in the stage as we get to the inside of him. Tried to make a run at him, but it wasn't enough. So he gets 6th, we get 7th in stage 1. Wasn't as good as Kansas, but Grant Enfinger wins your stage. So let's go into stage 2 and see if we can better our position to set ourselves up really well for the last stage of this race. And the green flag is back out in Texas. Right behind Matt Crafton on the inside of our teammate Noah Gregson. We're going to force the issue, go 3 wide. Already a huge move of the inside. 3 wide into turn 1. Austin Wayne Self. He's running the bottom. This is I've never seen this guy run so good, and here he is in Texas. Don't mess with Texas. This boy is running in the top 20. Not a lot of momentum out of turn 2. We're going to drop down to P5. Make sure I keep the car glued to the bottom the best I can. Okay, we're going to force the issue. We're going to go up to the outside here. I do not want to wait any longer, and I'm probably going to regret this as we go to the outside of Crafton. We're going to try and slow down, duck back in. Brett Moffitt stuck on the outside. As I get into the wall a little bit, we could force the issue 3 wide to the inside of Crafton and Moffitt into turn 3. Oh, I'm pushing up a little bit. We're going to have to back out of the throttle. I think we're still 3 wide. They were able to clear me. At least Crafton cleared me. And Moffitt's going to clear me as well. Alright, we come to the last lap. Now you see I was able to get by Crafton at least. But now we have Brett Moffitt. No, this is Noah Gregson on my outside. As we go to the checkered flag in stage 2. Gregson's going to barely get me. And this is going to really screw me over for the start of the next stage because we're going to be on the outside. I should have got a little more physical with him there. I'm kind of regretting not doing that. But Grant Enfinger wins stage 2, and now we get to start on the outside for stage 3.
Alright, you're coming to the green. Alright, be ready.
Alright, the green flag is back out in Texas. Going right to the outside of the 22. We're going to take a 3 wide for the lead. We have never done this in my career, but why not do it right now? I want to win. Oh, we made a little bit of contact with Gregson. Oh my gosh, the outside line is so bad. This is the one thing that gets me with 704 games, at least, is like so many tracks you cannot run the outside. I mean, Texas, in real life, you can't really make the outside work, but there's so many other mile and a halves in this game that you should be able to make it work, and you can't. But either way, we got up to the P5 here. We held these guys off behind us. Gregson, our teammate, up to second. He has a chance to steal the lead from Grant Enfinger and run away with this win for the second race in a row as we go to the inside of Justin Haley, the 24 truck, into turn 3. Try to keep it glued to the bottom the best I can. We're going to push up a little bit, and we kind of got it glued back down on the exit right behind now Matt Crafton in the number 88, who is also winless this season. I don't think ThorSport has a win at all. But now they have 2 trucks running in the top 3 at this point in the race with just under 20 laps to go. As we come to now just 3 to go, you see we are sitting P5 now, and everyone's gotten spread out just like Kansas. I mean, nothing happened at this point in the race. We do have a few trucks battling behind me who are catching me fast because my tires have really fallen off in these last 5 to 10 laps to where I can't even run a speed. I can't run a top 5 speed right now. And you see in my mirror, the trucks are just getting bigger and bigger as we push way up on the exit of turn 2. Trying to hang on, but I mean, it's clearly not going to be enough as Austin Wayne Self is closing. He's going to be on my inside here. I don't really need to block him. I mean, there's no point of messing him over. White flag in the air. There's another truck coming, but let's just see if we can hold on to 6. We're going to let Austin Wayne Self go and check it up behind him. And now out of turn 2, we get a little tight. I think we should be able to hold this guy off behind me if I can just hold the bottom good enough here. We should be okay. But I'm not going to do that. We're going to push up a little bit, but we're still going to be fine. So we're going to finish Texas in P6. Once again, I felt like we had a car that was capable of winning just like Kansas, but in the long run, when the tires wear, it's just so hard to keep up with the AI. Grant Enfinger wins. It's a 1-2 for ThorSport. So he's locked in the playoffs now, which I think is going to put me 7th in the playoff points because we don't have a win yet. We made almost $60,000 this race, though. Noah Gragson had the fastest lap. That was a good set of races. I think we certainly were capable of winning 2 of them today. We didn't, and hopefully we can get some wins here in the future. I don't want to screw it up, especially looking at the playoff picture. It's looking like we're definitely going to need to get a win here. $57,000, okay, and we gained over 150 fans, so that's a pretty good payday. Wow, these guys are so nice to me. I wasn't used to having that in NASCAR Heat 2, I'll tell you that, but our next race coming up is going to be, I'm not even sure, let's see. Oh wait, you guys won't be seeing the next race because, yeah, that's right, the recording issue. So, yeah, next episode will be Las Vegas, the second race of the first round in the playoffs. I'll catch you guys up on what you missed, just so you're not lost. So, we'll be in the playoffs, and we'll have, 2 or 3 episodes to finish the season off, and then we'll be going to Xfinity. So, if you guys enjoyed, subscribe, comment, like. I will see you guys at Las Vegas for the first playoff race on the career mode Let's Play, but the second playoff race of the first round. So I'll see you guys then. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.